What's going on, guys? Still here. And before I start off the F104 video, I just want to make a quick correction to toss bombing with things like the F4 Phantom. You don't obviously have to fly in level flight, like fully just straight and level the whole time. You can do what I'm showing you here, kind of, sort of. It's still difficult to get it to work because the reticle isn't always 100% accurate, but it's basically like slingshotting. So if you have the kind of trajectory for it to work, you can, as you can see, aim up and kind of toss bomb, and that mountain is kind of blocking the bombing point. So basically, that's all you need to do is you can actually just kind of pitch up at the last second, and the overall mechanics remain the same. How you can't drop the bombs until the reticle is fully reached by the little hash. So that's all I just wanted to show you guys, and as you can see, it's fairly accurate, but obviously, you know, it was a slight bit of misinformation that it wasn't only in level flight. You can kind of get it to work in other ways, and sadly I didn't really show it in that way until after the fact did I realize. So that's about it. Yeah, like I said, just wanted to make that quick correction. So on with the F104 review. So what we've got here is a game on Berlin in the Italian F104S Starfighter, the Super Starfighter. It was a pretty decent game. Some bullshit happens at the end, but obviously we'll get to that. So also, real quick, the Super Starfighter is the best performing. Now, I'm going to show you what I have unlocked, and I'm going to show you its current stats. So as you can see on screen now, that I have everything that I G'd this all, by the way. I have everything but airframe and cover for when it comes to the actual performance of the aircraft. So the stats are almost perfect. So as you can see, max speed of 1,479 miles an hour. You can convert that to whatever speed you want. Max height we don't really care about. Turn time is pretty long, but that doesn't even matter either. Rate of climb is fucking 48,000 feet per minute. And its repair cost was at 5,300-ish. If we look at a cross section, you can literally see that it's just a radar, a guy, the gun, some fuel, actually all the fuel basically right there, and an engine. So it's going to fly like a dart. That's what the F104 is. That's kind of what it's known for. Now, with the payload options, this is the most multi-role F104 currently in game when it comes to loadout options. And the only difference between the multi-purpose pylon sets on the UI and the bomb, like the normal ground targets, is that you can carry like a few extra 500-pound bombs, you can see, and M117s as well. That's about the only difference in one loadout where you can get the rockets and the bombs. So that's the only difference. And for the air-to-air specifically, it can carry 6 AIM-9Bs, which is what I'm using in this gameplay. And they're AIM-9Bs. This is 10-0. You really got to make sure you can get a shot that is a clean kill. I kind of rifled them off, not really that sparingly, because I thought I was going to get kills, but they kind of behave weirdly here in a minute that I will show. So how you want to play this is you want to play it up high. That's where your domain is, and your AIM-9Bs actually perform a lot better up at altitude because all planes turn less. They're a little bit more sluggish in general in performance up high, and your AIM-9s are these little darts with a rocket engine basically. So that's where you want to be at. It's the easiest place to get kills, other than on the ground when someone's point blank and they don't feel like turning. Even though everyone should be able to outturn you, and if they don't try to outmaneuver you and make you overshoot, then I don't know what went through their mind when they saw they had an F104 on them. It can turn decently well. The air brakes are really effective, and its flap setting is actually a setting where the elevator and the leading edge flaps actually are able to change position that give it a better angle of attack, and it increases lift. So it actually is able to turn decently well. Now, I fired one at the Mirage thinking it would hit him in the stall, and then the second one just doesn't even care, even though he barely did anything to maneuver that, and I've hit AIM-9Bs with people turning even more. And then I fire my third one out of my 6 at the F104 thinking I'm going to hit him, but the MiG-21 has an R60 that slaps him. So, yeah. Wasted 3 aims 9s already. The Mirage tries to fire what I would assume is a aim 9 or a magic, because it didn't seem to reach too far. If it was the R530, it definitely would have been burning a lot longer to reach me, and may have actually been able to reach me. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't mess around on the dev server too much, and again, it was the dev server when I actually was able to own the Mirage and mess around with it. So I get away from that furball because you're a pencil, and this is all you're supposed to do. Even more so than the T2K in some aspects, but like I was saying, the elevator will change position, and the leading edge slats in the flaps in the front will also kind of aim down. It'll give you pretty good maneuverability to get out of a dive, and especially at a ground attacker role, which I will probably do an entire video on separately. So I come in here on this Phantom, and I fire a missile off, about to connect, and then his last second flare pop confuses it so it doesn't detonate. But he's flailing around, and I'm an F104. I'm going to catch you, Phantom. There's nothing you can do. I'm an F104. You should not flail around like MiG-21s when they were first added, and they could actually dodge AIM-9Es because they were shit. You should actually try to gain some speed on me, kind of dink my shots, maybe make me waste my ammo, or try to actually outturn me, because you can pull like 8, 10 Gs. I can only pull about 6 or 7 consistently. Basically, I will probably G-lock it, at 8. It's also stiffer, so it doesn't turn as well. Like, as you see there, it was a little shaky. Now I come in on this J35 and I get an amazing snipe right there, so I'm on fire, but I want that kill. So I put another burst into him, nearly get rammed by an ally, and also shot down by him at the same time. This MiG-21, sadly, I just drew a donut around him, I guess, and missed him, and he's going to be the last guy, and he is also going to be today's airfield camper. The whole 5, how many teammates are left. It's what, 4 in the picture right now, 4, maybe 5. Couldn't possibly kill him. Yeah, 5, including me, because the 2 guys that, especially this F104, the 2 people that sat on his ass and forced him to maneuver when they fired guns at him, just made this so much harder. In fact, he actually kills 2 teammates when I return to base here in a minute, because I only have 12 rounds, and I tried to hit him, and it's not going to work. Closing in, F104S, MiG-21 SMT, trying to be goofy, gets the aim 9 off, but sadly this MiG-21 kind of knows what he's doing. Then again, he is just a flailing around MiG. Everybody gets in each other's way. I thought he was going to pitch up, but everyone lemming training on him, everyone trying to get shots off at different times is just suicide. In fact, one MiG actually crashes into the other MiG. For some reason. I don't even know how he truly did that, but he did. So I'm assuming the other MiG is damaged, or very lucky at the least. But like I said, he shoots down 2 of them, because I was the only smart guy going, hey, maybe I should return to base and get some ammo and missiles back, because late game high G missiles like the R60 on these MiG-21s, they should have been the guys running back. But of course, they decide not to. They decide to try and ram him instead of going back to base, because they have afterburning engines. And as you can see, he kills 1 guy there. Of course. Now, I'm not sure if he kills the other guy, but I'm going to jump cut my little repair and take off. But I just want to touch on landing this thing. Its gear and flap speeds are really good. Its air brake is really effective. It can land really fast if it wants to. But because it flies like a brick, you're going to want the flaps down for the extra maneuverability. If you try to land this thing with no flaps down, 1, that's just dangerous. Oh yeah, he does get the other guy. And 2, you're just being an idiot, because you're just going to throw yourself away, and you have a really good airplane. So, by jet tier, you should know how to land an aircraft, or take it off. No offense, controversial opinion there, but yeah. So, here we are, jump cutting to me getting fully fueled, rearmed, 6 missiles. Best thing about these 6 missiles is you can rifle them off. Now, I'm not going to hit him with these missiles at all. In fact, it's actually kind of insane that I didn't manage to land 1, because I know that missiles can snipe sometimes. However, he was kind of going towards the sun, and I told that other F104S not to force him to his base. See if you could bait him back. Let him run out of fuel or land. It's better for everybody if we all just try to strafe him on the ground when he's rolling. But obviously he doesn't listen, and he plants it into the ground like an absolute idiot. So, and then he calls the guy a dipshit. Well, I told you, if you can speak English, then you can clearly read chat, and I clearly told you not to force him to his base, to pull off. We're rearming. Every shot I pull on this MiG-21, with the exception of this, because that was just a bad one, because then he turned, is magic to me that it didn't hit. And I'm kind of saltine I didn't get this kill, because considering I was the only smart one, except this other MiG-21, who realized the same situation that we were in, I kind of wish I had gotten this kill, but good on the MiG-21 for getting it either way and going back, because like I was saying, R-60s are dangerous late-game missiles. This guy, I have plenty of fuel to outlast him now. He's a MiG-21. In fact, I believe, I can't remember if he was an MF or an SMT, but the extra fuel tank, I can still outrun him. I can just burst climb, sit right over the airfield, watch his dot, sit on like 50% throttle at the least. Now here, don't know how that little dip of the shot didn't connect with him, considering he went down. But you know, it's jets. I suck. I don't know. The Vulcan cannon is my favorite thing to aim in this game, but sometimes you just wonder. There it goes. Oh, it was an SMT, yeah. So the MiG-21 MF kills the 21 SMT. Think fuck the game is over. I even say in chat, I'll think fuck, because that was just embarrassing to watch 5 people try to chase him down, and 2 of them got killed by him. Now, my recommendation on how to fly the F104, if I didn't say it already, was to go up high. If there's nothing to do up high, then go down, because you have no other choice. Up high is where your AIM-9Bs will perform the best, where you will perform the best, because everybody's basically on par to you. You're already not exactly the most maneuverable plane. Up at altitude, everybody kind of equals out. And you've got the engine power, and AIM-9s, like I said, are more competitive at height because of the lack of air density. So yeah, that's about it for that game. Got a decent amount of research points, researching a World War II plane, but that's how it is. Now, I'm gonna leave you guys with this little clip. This F4, this entire clip is actually how the average F104 game is. See, when you pop your flares and then you do a little spinny circle like that, you're just using the flares as a paper trail to kill you. That was an AIM-9B that just avoided flares because you just drew me a fucking line to you. Now, the other sad thing about the F104 is that, well, again, you can't turn. And while you are more equal at high altitude, everybody else's missile is just as equal. Yep. Thanks for watching, guys. This is my little quick F104 review. We'll be doing a second video on its multi-role functions in a tank battle, but other than that, guys, I'm Steel Wolf, and I'll see you all next time.
Warriors around, don't get caught in the mosh pit. Fuel to the fire, ain't nobody can stop it. Trouble in my city, but you know I'm across it. Got a 40 on my hip and I'm liable to spark it. Throw down these hits, my click is indivisible. I aim, you duck, I squeeze, now you invisible. I'm not afraid of getting physical. All these different chemicals are fogging up my visuals. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Yeah, we notorious, we ain't no runners. Bloods